This memo landed on top of a $1 trillion cut. The DOJ memo this week didn't arrive in a vacuum. It arrived on top of a pile of policy changes that together create something much larger than any single story has reported. The memo arrives as Republicans have passed deep cuts to Medicaid, which is the primary source of funding for community-based services that disabled Americans rely on. Multiple legal experts say that in response to last year's One Big Beautiful Bill Act, states must now make deep cuts to a whole range of services previously funded by Medicaid. The Trump administration's memo essentially gives states permission to cut these localized supports and instead rely on institutionalization. Let's be specific about the numbers, because the numbers matter. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act cuts approximately $625 billion from Medicaid over the next 10 years. The Congressional Budget Office estimates these changes will cause 7.8 million people to lose Medicaid coverage. Combined with ACA marketplace losses, the total number of newly uninsured Americans could reach 16.9 million. Research shows that when federal funding for Medicaid decreases, states tend to cut home and community-based services first, because those services are technically optional rather than mandatory. The people most likely to lose community-based care are disabled Americans. The people most likely to be sent to institutions when community care disappears are disabled Americans. The DOJ memo gives states the legal permission to make that move. The Medicaid cuts give states the financial pressure to make it. Both arrived in the same policy window. That is not a coincidence chain. That is a policy architecture. They didn't cut one program. They cut the funding and then gave states permission to warehouse the people who lost it. Every claim, sourced. Every video, a thread. Follow now, because the next one's the part they hoped you'd never connect.